Okay, back. I'm back. Okay, a couple of things I noticed, and I realized folks, sorry, I didn't do this for you, which I should have. In the plan, I realized that there's some people who are just going to really feel rotten. It's just part of the whole thing because of just what their current eating situation is. There's my nose. There it is. Did I do it? Yes. For whatever with their current eating situation, sometimes making that transition can be unbearable and it'll make you feel really crappy. Okay? Hi, Brenda. Hi, Christina. Thanks for joining me. And I just want to talk to you about this because as you transition, I want you to know that this is out of my control. Your body is your body, and your body is going to react the way it reacts. And I wish I could wave a magic wand and make it so that nobody got sick. But I remember when I very, very first went low carb, I felt like I had the flu. And it's called the low carb / keto flu for a reason, because as you're transitioning off of being a sugar burner into being a fat burner, there's a little addiction thing there that's getting broken. And you feel kind of terrible. And I'm sorry, but it happens. I mean, you might have achiness, you might have a headache, you might feel kind of sleepy and tired, you might just feel even a little sick to your stomach. It will not last forever. Worst case scenario, it'll last for like a week. But I'm telling you, if you keep with this and stay with this program, we will get you into ketosis with this. This is part of the whole thing. And we will also get your nutrient levels up in such a way that you're going to start, when you start feeling good, you are going to start feeling like you can lift tall buildings and do whatever else, superheroes do, because you will feel incredible. All right. So this is my sprout tower, and I cannot believe how fast these have grown. I just did these. This is one of my trays. You can see them. Aren't they gorgeous? This is one of the ones that I did, the trays that I have done for Marla and I. I'm giving her 2 trays and I'm taking a tray. So for 7 days, I'm probably going to have another batch going on because she's going to be, we will see if Robert will eat these sprouts, but I know Mark will, I will, and I know Marla's game, for anything. So yes, it is a special tray. I can't tell you who makes it, but if you go, I know it came from Amazon because Marla gave it to me, and Marla does everything from Amazon. So when she heard I was sprouting and I was trying it, I was like miserably, this is years ago. These are probably 10 years old, and I love them and I use them all the time. And the broccoli sprouts are specific. The broccoli sprouts are for the sulforaphane, which is a compound that battles cancer like nobody's business, right? And it's 10 to 100 times more potent than regular broccoli. That's why we're using it. But there's other ones that you can do. So here's another one that you can do. You can also do, not during the sprint, just this is a separate, but radish sprouts are delicious and spicy. I stay away from alfalfa sprouts. Alfalfa sprouts are, they can cause an autoimmune reaction. That's one of the reasons why I stay away from alfalfa sprouts. My preference is to make them myself, because then that way I know that they don't have any mold in them or whatever. So if you buy them already done, definitely check for mold. Go through and look at them and check for mold. You can wash the sprout part, you can wash the whole thing and towel dry them and make sure that you don't have any mold growing. That's number one. The other thing is, remember I was talking about the keto flu and all of that. The hot milk mix will super help with that. I don't know that you can get it on time because of this hurricane stuff, but it's worth it. We haven't, everything has been ordered and we're just kind of waiting on the storm to go. I mean, you've seen it, the storm just kind of put itself right there at the Bahamas and stayed there for hours and hours. And now it's starting to move up the Florida coast. But they, when I got the emails from my manufacturers, they said, we don't know when we're going to open again. So it's all dependent on the storm. We're starting September 9th, no matter what. I will help you as best that I can with what I know. There is a product called Nuns Tablets, Nuns, and you can buy them at Target, anywhere. If I can get the trays in Amazon in 2 days, can I have Sprouts? If I don't know, Kathy. The reason I'm saying I don't know is because I started mine when I did. Because when I was in Colorado, my Sprouts took way longer to sprout than this. My Sprouts, I started these Sprouts on Saturday, put them out Sunday morning, and this is what they are looking like on Tuesday. Ridiculous. Usually they take a lot longer. So the reason I'm saying I don't know is if some people, they'll sprout just as quickly as mine. Mine, I'm kind of worried, like, hey, slow down a little bit. We don't need you for another week. They're going to be like, I'm going to have to go plant them out in the farm. But I will start another batch. So it really, really depends. I bought my seeds off of Amazon too, and I just got organic broccoli seeds. That's it. That's what I got. And mine are about a year old, and obviously they're still working. They're still sprouting. But it's hard to know. It's hard to know depending on the trays that you're using, depending on the exposure that it's getting, depending on how warm your house is. I don't know. So I do know we don't have our air conditioning on, and we don't use it because we don't need, and believe it or not, we don't need it up here. We are about 9 degrees even cooler than Brevard, North Carolina. We are in the city of Brevard, but we're on top of a mountain, and we're 10 degrees cooler, so we don't even need it. We get nice breezes. We have ceiling fans. We don't turn on our air conditioning. We've turned it on like once since we've been here. So maybe that had something to do with it because it's in the 70s in the house and when we were in Colorado, it was ice cold in there because it was blazing hot outside. And so, it just, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. This surprised me. I wasn't ready for them to be this sprouted. This to me looks like they're almost ready to go, and they pretty much are. So we might go start eating through one of these trays, and then I'll start a new batch. But I'm saying 3 or 4 days, to get some going. But it's worth it. Also, Kathy says I'm going to try it. Good, try it. The other thing that you can do too is go to you can Google this and find you can do broccoli sprouts with a paper towel and a mason jar. You don't have to have these. I was never successful with that method, but apparently there are those who do have success with it. So try it. Now, back to feeling crappy. Okay, the Nuns tablets, Nuns, are found at Target. They're found everywhere. You can find them everywhere. The thing that I don't like about it, though, Nuns, is that there's carbs in there, and so therefore, you're adding extra carbs in here because I'm taking away like pretty much all the carbs. Pretty much all the carbs. We're going way low carb. But if you feel junky and feeling awful, then you need something, right? You're not gonna get the hot melt mix in time. I just know that because of the hurricane and because of where our product is coming from. So there's that. The other thing is bone broth. Now, for some people, again, this is I can't assume to know where you're coming from and where you're starting. You're starting I know how you're going to start because I've created the plan, but I don't know what your diet has been up to that point. Okay? So for people who have kind of cleaned things up and gotten serious about getting rid of the processed food and the sugar in their lives before, they're going to do it's going to be an easier transition. For those who have, they're saying, this is my opportunity to make a break, get rid of the sugar, dump the carbs, start intermittent fasting and all that. It's going to be a little tougher, and I'm not going to lie about it. I'm here to gently tell you that I'm going to love you up, support you, encourage you, and take you through it, but you may not feel your very, very best. Okay? That's just full disclosure. That's how it works. Just eliminate it, Betty. If you're allergic to cauliflower, just eliminate it. Here's the thing, the second thing that you need to know. Bone broth is going to be your best friend. Now, I don't have on the plan, I have on the plan the soup, but you can also make up some extra bone broth and have that on the side. When you feel awful, if you feel awful, or if you're like raging hungry out of control, you can go ahead and have a cup of bone broth anytime. Okay? That's kind of your fall back on thing. That's your snack, if you will. But the thing that's wonderful about bone broth is that all the things that are in it will help settle your stomach. All the things that are in it will, you're hydrating as well, and you get to count your bone broth toward your hydration goals every day, and it'll really totally 100% help. Okay, and so anybody who's Catherine's already got her soup ready. Good for you. I'm making up soup now. I mean, we just made up the bone broth. We're going to make up the soup, and I'm getting Marla's stuff all ready to go. It's going to be, because I'm doing hers and I'm doing mine at the same time, we're all going to be on this together. But you can make it up, Ziploc bags, throw it in the freezer, put in 1 cup or 2, or however you want to do it. Mark is doing it with me. So therefore, I'm going to give him 2 cups of soup. I'm going to take a cup, because I don't need as much as he does. We always have backup bone broth in case we need it, but I think we'll be fine on this whole particular thing. And I also have hot melt mix if I need it. Sorry, guys. All right, that's it. And I just wanted to let you know about the broccoli sprouts, number 1, number 2, about the bone broth, and number 3, about getting ready. Now is the time. Go ahead and start your soup. Get your soup ready, scoop it up the way you're going to need it, put it in Ziploc bags or whatever, and put it in the freezer and have it ready to go. But we're going to do this in a way that is just, my goal is to rock your world. My goal is to take you to the place of 100% knocking it out of the park. And I know we can do that. I know that we can do that. And I just, put your head around it, get prepared for this. I want you to prepare for this like this is your wedding day. I'm dead serious. Like this is your wedding day. You've got things to do and you're going to do this. You're not going to miss one thing. Not one thing. Prepare as if this is one of the biggest events of your life and treat it like this. Get your head into it. Remember this, you're not pitiful, you're powerful. And let's do this. And thanks for being a part of this. And if you have questions, I'm here for you. And I'm excited to share the sprint with you. So let's do this. Chop, chop. Talk to you later.